Hello, this is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please and thank you. Taraji Henson is was on the Cyrus um, radio talking about with an interview with Gayle King talking about the pay disparities with black women in Hollywood. I did this video last night, but I played the clip. Not sure if it's okay to play the clip. I don't want to get in trouble. I really hate reshooting really good videos. It was a really good video. So this is I hate doing that, but I don't want to get in trouble for playing the clip. Anyway, I'm gonna read to you a portion of what this article is saying, and then I'm gonna come with my commentary. Um, the actor became visually emotional, and footage went viral Wednesday following her recent conversation with Gayle King on Cyrus XM, along with fellow Color Purple co-stars. When King asked about a report that claimed Henson was considering quitting acting altogether, the Academy Award nominee began tearing up. "I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, being paid a fraction of the cost," Henson said. "I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired." The actor also pointed out that her profession required her to have a team of people supporting her behind the scenes. "I hear people go, 'You work a lot.' I have to. The math ain't mathing," she said. "Big bills come with what we do. We do we don't do this alone. The fact that we're up here, there's a whole team behind us. They have to get paid." Henson endeared herself to a generation of television viewers as Cookie Lyons on Empire, for which she received a Golden Globe. She made her film acting debut in 1938's Streetwise, nabbed an Oscar nomination for her portrayal of Queenie in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Starring Brad Pitt in 2016, she starred with Janelle Monáe and Octavia Spencer in the smash hit Hidden Figures, which received 3 Oscar nominations. Outstanding. A little bit of a black a backstory on her. She her father was very instrumental in encouraging her into getting the acting. Before he passed away, her father passed away, but she said that he strongly encouraged her. He was very instrumental in encouraging her to get into acting, and helped her raise $700. I think she went to Howard University. She studied theater in college. Um, she had a son. Her son's father was unalived, so she had to raise him predominantly by herself. Um, they raised her family members and friends, I guess, raised $700. She took that $700 and took her son and moved to LA and to pursue her acting career, and the rest is history. So I really, really admire Taraji for that. When I read her backstory, I really, really admire her for that. As I stated in another video, I was into acting in high school, did a little something in college, took some classes. It was kind of my passion, it was something that I really wanted to do, but life happened and I didn't get the opportunity to pursue that. And so it just I really admire the fact that she had a child and she still went and pursued acting with her son, and I really admire that. I don't think I would have ever had the courage to do that. Um, so I really admire that. I really admire her. It took a lot of courage for her to do that. It took a lot of determination, a lot of perseverance. So she basically had to she basically started from the bottom. Taraji started from the bottom and really worked her way up, and that is not an easy feat to do as a black female in Hollywood. It's very difficult to do as a black female in Hollywood. Hollywood is racist anyway. I think we all know that Hollywood is extremely racist, and black people in general do not get the same opportunities and the same pay as their white counterparts in Hollywood. We all know that. But I thought that this is what I thought. I thought that and black women are very, very underpaid. And Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis, Angela Bassett are some of the A-list actors um, that have made the same complaints. Gabrielle Union, other black actresses in Hollywood have made the same complaints. We know that this has been going on for years. Unfortunately, this is across the board in all industries. Black women are underpaid in all industries. When I was in the workforce, I had the opportunity to work in different industries, and it's across the board in all industries. Black women are underpaid in all industries. This happens in all industries. We get the short end of the stick in all industries. Corporate America, healthcare is in all industries across the board. So, but what I don't understand is when she got nominated, she won the Golden Globe. She got nominated for the Academy Award for Benjamin Button. Doesn't that put you in A-list status? When you get Golden Globe, Oscars, Emmys, those are some of the top awards that you can get as a television and movie actress. Once you get either nominated or you win, doesn't that put you in A-list status? Correct me in the comment section, educate me in the comment section. I think I'd like to think that once you get nominated or you win one of those highest esteemed awards for television and film, that puts you in A-list status as an actor. If that puts you in A-list status, then you should be getting A-list pay, right? I don't know. I would like to think you would. I would like to think that she would be getting A-list pay at that point. But she is a black woman in Hollywood. So, and I really feel bad for Taraji. She was in tears. The sister was in tears. She was crying, Like I said, I wish I could play the clip, and I don't want to get in trouble. I played the clip on the last video. And this is another part where she says, "Listen, I've been doing this for 2 decades, and sometimes I get tired of fighting because I know what I do is bigger than me. I know that the legacy I will leave will affect somebody coming up behind me." She told the outlet before going on to reference other black female actors. "My prayer is that I don't want these black girls to have the same fights that me and Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, we are out here thugging it out." Yeah. So, yep. That's what she basically said, and she was in tears. The clips are all over YouTube, so you can go watch it. But sister is in tears, and so that's why I don't understand. She's an A-list actress. I love her. I mean, when I thought she did a phenomenal performance. The first thing I seen her in was Baby Boy. I thought she did a phenomenal performance in that. Everything she does, she puts 110% in. I love everything that she's in. I watched this movie of her. She played. I can't remember the name of that movie. It was a period piece in the South. Uh, um. Anyway, she did it actually good. She really, really, really did a really excellent job on that film. I loved her in the movie Acrimony. That movie was deep, and everything she's done a amazing job. She's an excellent actress, and people don't understand what it takes to actors spend hours and hours on a set. It's like people don't know what goes into filming movies and films. A lot goes into it, and people spend hours on the set. I mean, I have a friend, Slack. I mean, he's like a brother to me, and he worked in the industry down in L.A. He was a background actor, and sometimes he would spend. He said that he would spend hours on the set, even as a background actor. He would spend hours on the set. He's got some. Hoping to get him on my channel one day. He's got some great stories. He worked on Mission Impossible. He's met Brad Pitt. He worked on ER. He worked on the Bernie Mac show. And when he tells me about the things that he worked on, I'm like, okay, what season and episode? Am I gonna have to watch the whole thing to find you? I don't remember, is what he says. So he got a lot of work as a background actor, because he said when he would dress the part, look the part, and it's a certain way he would carry himself. They would pick him to do multiple back scenes. And so a lot of times he said he was on the set for hours. So that's as a background actor. So just imagine if you're one of the main players, you're one of the main characters in the television show or the movie. You have to spend, as an actor, you have to spend long hours on the set. And it's not like there's a difference between stage and film, because stage, it's live. You make a mistake, you better hurry up and try to cover it up and keep it moving. It's not like that. When you're doing film and television, it's like they do several takes. Okay, you didn't get that right. Cut. Let's do it again. And you might spend hours just filming one scene, because they want to perfect it. They keep doing it over and over until you get it right. And so the actors are spending upwards of 16 hours on a set. And so that's why a lot of times, you see a lot of actors, only maybe do 1 to 2 films a year, because it takes a lot out of them. It takes a lot to put, it's a lot that goes into filming television shows and movies. When we look at it, we see the finished product, all the editing, and everything, and they piece everything together, and we see the finished product. We rarely get the opportunity to see behind the scenes and see what really, all the work that really goes into creating that movie or that television show. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I like to watch the behind the scenes stuff, but it's a lot of work that goes into it. And so, when you're an actor, you clock in at a lot of hours. You're putting all your time and energy, and you're putting your family on the back burner. If you got family, that's why a lot of those relationships, eh, don't work a lot of times, because you're putting a lot of things on the back burner, family and everything on the back burner, to do this. It's a lot of hard work that goes into it. And for you to not be paid, you know, what you're worth, she is top billing. I mean, she is A list. I mean, I think it would be safe to say she's A list. She got nominated for Academy, won a Golden Globe. She's A list. Taraji is up there, so she deserves to get A list pay. Same with is Viola Davis. You know, it shouldn't be playing them cheap. I think Tyler Perry, is he has paid her the most money. He has paid her the most money, but the rest of them playing her cheap. And like she said, she got to pay her team. She Uncle Sam gets a big chunk off of it. It you know after all that, what does she have left? You know, so and that's across the board in all industries. Black women are getting played cheap in all industries. I've worked in different industries, and yes, I'm here to tell you it happens across the board in all industries. In all industries, it happens across the board. Corporate America, healthcare, it's in all industries. Service industry, black women don't get paid as much as our white counterparts. And it's a major issue. And I think, well, I think that, and I've mentioned this again, Boyce Watkins talks about this too. Black people, we need to start owning our own stuff. We need to start owning our own corporations. We need to, maybe she might consider starting a production company. Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Spike Lee, they've proven that it can be done. They have proven it can be done. Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Spike Lee, they've proven that it can be done. The Wayans, they have their own production company. They've proven that it can be done. So we have to have our own stuff because white folk, they gonna always gonna put their people first. They're always gonna put their people first. Plus, Hollywood is ran by Jews, so they're always gonna give their people, priority pay, priority roles. They're gonna get the priority opportunities, the priority pay. It's always gonna be that way. So we have to create our own opportunities. And this is across the board in all industries. We need to have our own infrastructure. I've said it time and time again in my other videos. We need to have our own infrastructure. We need to have our own business, our own corporations, and our own production companies. So that's something that she might want, and some of the other sisters might want to, in Hollywood, might want to consider doing. Having your own, getting your own, starting your own production company. I really hate to see her leave because she is such a great actress. I really, really hate to see her leave. But I understand her frustration. It is frustrating. As hard as she works, you know, as hard as they work, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, you know, Gabrielle Union, as hard as they work, Angela Bassett, as hard as they work, they deserve to get premium pay. They called Viola Davis the Black Meryl Streep. Well, and that's what she said in an interview. She said in an interview, if I'm the Black Meryl Streep, then where's my Black Meryl Streep pay? Viola Davis said that in an interview. She said, if I'm the Black Meryl Streep, where is my Black Meryl Streep pay? Good question. That sounds like a question that I would ask. And then when you go to asking for more money, and that was another thing Taraji said. She said that uh they they um they play in your face. She said they play in your face when you try to negotiate a salary. They play in your face, and it's like, and that happens across the board. You're apprehensive for talking about a raise. They want you to jump all through all kind of hoops to get a raise, or your job might be on the line across the board in a lot of industries. So it's black women are getting played cheap, and Monique has been very vocal about this, but they say that she was being a loudmouth and she needed to sit down. A lot of black people was not. I never wavered. I supported Monique from day one, and Monique had been trying to tell us this. Monique had been trying to say it when she went up to bat about how Netflix played her, how Netflix didn't want to offer her the same pay that they offered Amy Schumer, and Amy Schumer is not as half as talented as Monique. She don't even have the talent that Monique has. Monique won an Oscar for Precious, and yes, she should have got more money, And they, Netflix broke her off, gave her a special, so they did right by her. But how many black people told her she needed to get somewhere and sit down because she was being because it was her because they didn't like the way her approach. They didn't like the way she was approaching the situation, you know. But our sister was right, and I'm so glad that she stood up. That Monique took a stand. But what we really need to do is we need to have our own. That's what we really need to do because these white folks ain't gonna never They're never going to give us our just due. They're never going to, they're always going to put their people first. Hollywood is very racist. They're never going to give black people their just due. It's just never going to happen. So we got to do more black actors, entertainers need to do what Tyler Perry did, what Oprah did, is own your own. Have your own. We need to create opportunities for our own people. Create our own opportunities. Unify. And I've said this time and time again in my other videos. We need to unify. And we need to create our own opportunities for our own people. That's what we need to do. Plain and simple. Because keep running up to them and begging them for opportunities. It's proven time and time again that it's not working. We keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. Okay, so that means that we got to do something different. So I hope that Taraji seriously considers um, starting her own production company. I know it's easier said than done. Um, if I was going into the entertainment industry, I would be looking into doing something like that, particularly at my age. I would be looking to try to do my own thing, because that's what we got to do as black people. That's what we got to do, because they never going to pay us right. They always going um uh we always going to get the short end of the stick. They're not going to give us our credit and recognition that we deserve. You see how they did Angela Bassett at the Academy Awards? And then they had the nerve to talk about her because she felt some type of way about it. Because she didn't clap. She talking about how she didn't clap and watch because she didn't shuck and jive. Because she didn't sit there and shuck and jive because she didn't pretend. Why should she pretend to be happy? She deserved to get an Oscar. Why should she pretend? I did a whole video talking about that. They got on her because they didn't get the response from her that they wanted. Nah, let that sister be disappointed. I might try to find that video and link it up to this one. Let that queen be disappointed. Let her husband be disappointed. Because she deserved that. Angela Bassett deserved that Oscar. She did. So yeah, that's what we got to do as black people. We gotta start our own infrastructure. We gotta start our own production companies. I really hope that Taraji seriously considers doing that. And we need more black women to do that. We need more black women in the industry to do that. Yeah, there's definitely time for more black women to be directors, producers, you know, yeah, owners in Hollywood. We definitely need more black women, you know, uh, starting production companies in Hollywood. So let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on this. Did you watch the clip with Taraji Henson? Yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah, and how do you feel about black women getting played cheap in all industries? Because black women get played cheap in all industries. Um, Let me know how you feel, what your thoughts are on that. Um, Go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. And until the next video, be blessed.